I think this is working. It either is or it isn't. Let's drive in our video game world, which is not real life. So I've been told. I guess I'll wait here until the next race. Oh boy, waiting. My favorite. This guy has a good gamer tag. I have no idea if my car is any good or not, because this is the first race in the breakout hopper I've done. Not the first one I've tried though, because the game's kind of buggy and it's made me crash many times. And by made me crash, I mean the game itself has crashed. Other drivers have made me crash many times as well. Hello, Cathador. How are you doing? Waiting for the race to start. Highly exciting stuff, I know. So what other cars I can choose from? It's a lot of cars that I could choose from. And now a car has loaded into another car. Great. This is what I paid $100 US for. Beautiful. Kids, don't look. If you're under 18, avert your eyes. Yeah, I think I fixed it now. And vote for the track. I don't particularly care for either of those, but I'll vote for this one. Because it's at least better than Homestead, which is not a particularly exciting track. It's been a boring day for me as well. Haven't really done much. Spent most of it doing nothing, and the rest of it working on Taco Tom 2. I've done a lot of stuff on Taco Tom 2 since you've last seen it, so I'll probably show that off again at some point in this stream. Wow. No one redeemed a wow, I just said wow, because I wanted to. Hey, it's the Nürburgring. I was worried for a second the game was going to crash. It is a tendency to crash at completely random spots. Hello. So hopefully the game does not crash on the starting grid, which is what happened the last time I tried one of these races. We shall see. I'm gonna move my mic a bit closer so it makes a bit of noise. Sorry about that. Also, once the race actually begins, please let me know how the stream quality is, both in terms of audio and frame rate. This seems to run better than Forza Horizon 3 did, so that's a good sign. I don't think it's going to be completely solid 60, but it should be fairly decent. I like how the waiting for cars icon spazzes out in the top there. It didn't used to do that. It's only started the past few days or so. Got my exciting Ferrari in just plain red. And the game crashed. Nice. See, I told you. I told you. Hey, look, it's my desktop. All fancy and stuff. See, the problem with this game is that it has a memory leak related to upgrades, but I think it affects some other stuff as well, and the game just randomly crashes. I think maybe instead of having a sub-goal, which seems completely useless, I should have a ticker for number of times this game has crashed this play session. We're up to 1. This game's also weird in that it changes resolutions when it loads. So you can see my desktop when it boots up. But then when you're into the actual game, it works. I'm going to try a different hopper because that one I've never been able to get in, and I've tried like 5 times. Let's try a hopper that I know works. Like IndyCar. I'm not particularly good at IndyCar. I'm going to try a different IndyCar because I have all of them. Let's go with the number 2. Ensure you can homologate it. It's already optimized. I'm going to turn traction control on because I think it makes you go faster. I have no way of confirming or denying this fact, beyond the fact that I tried it once, and I seemed to go a bit faster. And also, when I was not using it, I noticed I was like legitimately significantly slower in the corners for no discernible reason. I just could not keep up. It wasn't like I was doing bad at the corners, it was like the cars were literally faster in the corners than I was. And I fell back from like 1st to 8th over the course of a lap. So I think what it was that the other guys were using traction control and I was not. I seem to do a bit better with traction control on. Hey, we're actually into a race. And everyone's terrible at the start, so I always gain a few positions I should not be where I am. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright. Yep. Just your normal everyday start of a race. And go through this guy, I'm gonna avoid that guy. So I told you that was, I think, literally a million hits in the first corner. Almost at that guy. The problem with realistic crashes is that manufacturers don't like that. Why is this guy not going? Barely got past him. Looks like if he's going to close in on the right side, so I had to switch over to the left. Okay, I cheated that corner slightly, but oh well. First place is miles ahead. I think they avoided all the crashes in the first corner. What's this guy doing? Not driving in a straight line, I see. Might have been a slight collision at 200 miles an hour, but it's alright. Well, you can turn simulation damage on in this game, not in this hopper, but it exists. And your car will actually not go as fast if you have a hard collision. The damage in these hoppers is just cosmetic because of reasons such as that first corner. That was a bit stupid on my part. It was a bit too aggressive. I'm bad with shifting on these Indy cars. I'm either not shifting enough or shifting too much in terms of downshifting. Try to catch back up to this pack. It's not much of a pack, it's just two cars. But I do actually seem to be keeping up with them in the corners with traction control on, so I think that is kind of necessary for these cars if you want to go fast. I went a bit too late. Oh dear. I'll overtake you. Sure, that works. I went into that corner way too deep, but I guess it worked out. Second place is way too far ahead to catch up in a lap and a half, I think. Unless they make multiple serious mistakes. Which, given that they have no one anywhere near them, I doubt that will happen. So I think I've pretty much locked up third here. Unless I make a dumb mistake, which is certainly possible. I'm in a bit deep there. Not as bad as last lap. Actually stayed on the track. You know, for having not streamed in like a week and a half, I sure have not a lot to say. I took that corner terribly. Absolutely horrible execution of that corner. But I remain in third for the moment and should stay there for the rest of the race because there's only one corner left in that race. As long as I don't completely screw up this corner, which I have not done, I'll hit the sign for luck. Nice podium position. I'll take it. Do I want 6 laps of Suzuka or 8 laps of Prague? I'll take Prague. I kind of like Prague. The track and the music genre. Both of those guys higher levels than me. I want a car, but I can't get it now because I have to do more racing. I'm gonna go back to the Honda because I have a cool livery for that one. Cool. So if this game crashes again, I'll replace the sub-goal thing with a number of times this game has crashed counter. Because I suspect it will crash many times in this stream. Assuming I stream for a long time. Which may or may not actually happen. This might be a pretty short stream. Just kind of felt like playing this and also streaming something, and thus the stream was born. I gave birth to it. Eventually I need to stream Taco Tom 2 development. I mentioned this before, but I've been doing a lot of work on it lately. I wouldn't say it looks like a completely different game from when you saw it last, because fundamentally it looks the same, but basically everything is improved and it's like an actual game now. Except there aren't any levels. Well, there are some levels, but they need to be optimized, but like, the gameplay is actually mostly finalized. A lot of the coding work is done, it's just finding images for backgrounds of levels on Pixabay and actually making the levels. Alright, that's it's not gone well. That's reverse. I don't want reverse. This is not Prague. I was expecting Prague, and you gave me Suzuka, and it threw me off. Also, I probably should have backed off a little bit. That's kind of my fault. Just didn't want to give up my position. Okay, that was unnecessary from him. He brake checked me. Okay, he's gone very wide. It's not a race in Forza 7 if there isn't a massive accident on the first corner. Hence the title of this stream. He's gone. Up into 6th. And I spy 4th and 5th up ahead. Thinking of actually making a sub incentive. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do this yet, but I would say it's a greater than 50-50 chance that anyone who subs to my channel will get a free copy of Taco Tom 2 when it comes out on Steam, because it's going to be out on Steam and it's going to cost money. So I figure that might be a fun thing. I'm really bad at that corner. Although, to be fair, I think everyone else is really bad at that corner too. It's gone wide. Easy pass for 5th. Why did I shift so early? Force kind of built up a bit of a gap for me. There's still plenty of time to catch up. Plenty of time for them to make a mistake. Plenty of time for me to make a mistake, which is arguably more likely. And also, speaking about subs, I was thinking of... I had an idea on Thursday that I may or may not do. Because I'm off Monday and Tuesday for fall break. For some reason it's this week instead of last week. I was thinking maybe doing like some sort of long stream. As like some sort of subathon thing. Just because I've seen a lot of people do it. That's the only reason. And one of the incentives would be get a free copy of the game, but I don't know. I was thinking of doing Monday or Tuesday because September/Tober, where you get 50% off subs, ends soon. But I don't know if I'll have time to do it. I do have the F1 car, yes. But this is the Indy car in Suzuka. 4th place has built up quite the lead, I just noticed. It went a lot faster than me that lap. Oh, the game F1 2017? I have 2016, but I don't have 2017. '16 was alright. I didn't play it that much though, so I feel like me not playing that game very much meant I probably shouldn't buy 2017, even though it looked really cool with the classic cars. Seems like I'm kind of just sitting around here in 5th. I think that's where I'm going to be for the rest of this race. Provided nothing catastrophic goes wrong. Which it easily could. That was not great. In fact, that was kind of terrible. Also, I'm probably not going to finish. Oh, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to finish or not. We'll find out. Only had that one big crash at the beginning, though, so... Oh, dear. I'm still kind of behind pace on the leaders. And we finish! With 4 seconds to spare. And we can vote on the track. I want the Top Gear track, although it looks like Watkinsglen's gonna win. Watkinsglen's also a good track, but Top Gear is kind of a silly track that I kind of like. I think it was the same 2 people who finished top 2 again. Maybe in a swapped order. I'm up to 4 million credits, that's cool. It is indeed Watkinsglen. I remember Sonoma, that was also in this game. Because Watkinsglen and Sonoma are the 2 road courses in NASCAR. I would always load up Sonoma in NASCAR Racing 2002, although back then it was called Sears Point. Sears Point, not Port. I don't know what that is. Sears Point. And later it was called Infineon Raceway. Now it's Sonoma Raceway. It's been the track of many names. But I would load up the track in NASCAR Racing 2002 and just drive over the hills and go as fast as possible and do as many rolls as possible and crash into as many cars as possible. And that was really fun when I was like 6 years old. 6 or 7 or 8 or 21. We start in the middle of the field. Alright. Now we're going to approach this first corner. We go around the inside, and we have avoided getting ran into on corner number 1. Incredible driving. Uh-oh. Oh dear, I got sandwiched. I didn't spin out. Oh, okay. Actually, that helped me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Someone's gonna... This is not gonna end well, I can guarantee you. That actually ended quite well. How about that? That hairpin in particular. Very easy to get that wrong, or for someone to try to take it a bit too fast. People can go into that at a lot of different speeds, and it can really screw you up. This version of the track's pretty short. It's gonna be like a 4-minute race. There is 4th place. Speaking of, I'm going to go straight through him. And he has overtaken me. I still feel like my IndyCar does not go as fast through these turns as everyone else's. I don't know if they've all tuned theirs in a specific way. Like this guy, he's just going faster than me. And I don't really know why. Maybe because he's going incredibly wide through those corners, using as much of the track as possible, because they removed the sticky grass in here, which is good, but they did not add any sort of penalty system for going off the track, which is bad, which means basically you kind of have to cheat if you want to win. And so I always try to find the fine line between using more of the track than you're supposed to and not, in terms of basically doing whatever the people next to me are doing is what I'll do as well. And this is a really short course. I'm impressed I'm able to do laps in under a minute. Okay, that was really bad. But whatever. I'm gonna do what that other guy did last lap and just completely ignore the road. But I mentioned the subathon idea a few minutes ago and we got distracted by other things. Basically, it would just be a huge thing where I streamed like the whole day, and probably would be me mostly speedrunning games I've speedrun before, but lost the record in, and I would try to reclaim that record. Hello, I will let you have that position. As I'm forced to take a horrible line through that corner, except he's dropped back for some reason and let me take that position back. Don't know what's up with that. But there you go. A top 5. I'll do random. I think random's gonna win. So I don't know if that sounds cool or not, and anyone who subs would get a free copy of Taco Tom too. Ideally it would be either tomorrow or Tuesday, but realistically probably not. It would have to be some weekend. Maybe Thanksgiving weekend, because I would have some free time then. I don't really have much free time this semester. It's effectively a 6-day work week, which is not fun. In fact, it's the opposite of fun. We've got 10 laps around Brands Hatch. The short circuit, the Indy circuit, technically. Can I get a good tune? I want to find one that's popular. The problem is these tunes are sorted by the newest created, which means they could be terrible. But the ones that are popular, you have to go a few things over. If you go like 10 over or 8 over, you can get to the popular ones. Problem is the game's broken. Any tunes after the initial set of tunes it loads, you just cannot install them. To see how this says it's an E100 Pi when it should be like X999 and everything that it doesn't know. It's just completely broken. It can't properly load these, which means you can't really download tunes. At least not the good ones. Or at least I can. Maybe you can on Xbox One. I'm playing on PC, where it seems to be particularly buggy. That being said, after playing both Project Cars and this, when I first played this game I really didn't like it, but it's grown on me more than Project Cars has. I think I like this more than Project Cars. Oh, I'm well beyond the minimum specs, Chickenfoot. They're actually fairly low. I can't run it on Ultra, and for the purposes of this stream I'm running it on low, but normally I can run it on high. That guy is just not moving. Great. Okay, this corner is tricky when there's no one else in the road. How's it going to fare here? I'm just going to go off the road. I've taken that corner very well. And by very well, I mean the opposite of that. Let's not try to undercut him, because that's definitely not going to work. Got some guys going wide there. 3 of them. Gonna get past this guy. I'm gonna whack him because I'm stupid. It's not even the full circuit. Now I'm gonna get whacked. This guy's fishtailing all over the place. This guy really wants a piece of my bumper, so does he. But I get through both of them cleanly, and I'm gonna go wide here again, so I lock the brakes. And then we've got people going off on both sides of the track. This guy's fishtailing is gonna knock this guy out. I'm gonna try to pass him on the inside. There's a bit of contact, but the pass has been made. Another guy has gone out super wide. I have no idea what happened to him. And it's all gone wrong. I'm now in 4th. How has this happened? Seems like everyone spun out all around me and opened up the gates to nothingness ahead. 3rd place, I'm probably never going to catch him. Can we take this corner without going off? Yes, we can. Like 1,700 feet behind at that corner. That guy's going way too fast. Actually, no, I think he's falling way behind me. He was the guy who was winning the last races, so maybe he's actually taking it at the appropriate speed. He knows how to drive his car. Whereas I do not. For some reason, I'm really struggling to carry speed through these corners. He's already flown away. I should go back to one of the muscle car hoppers. I'm actually competitive with the leaders. I just feel like there's something I don't understand about this car that's making me go slower than other people. Or like the top 3 to 5 in any given hopper. Fifth place behind me spun out. What are the odds that by the end of this race, the AMS Goliath guy is going to overtake me again? This is a pretty short track. 10 laps, it could happen. My distance to third is now double what it was a few laps ago, so no way I'm going to get a podium unless one of them leaves the race. Speaking of, I think he's right behind me already. I just want to let him go by. No, he's... He's hanging right there. Trying to make that work. Kind of did, but not really. And I screwed up that corner, so he's gonna get ahead. I'm pretty sure... No, that's not the guy from... That's a different one, I think. It was Vanquish. Who's about half a mile behind now. So he might get to me right at the end. Someone's gone off. I think they're a lap behind. But it has allowed me to retake fourth for the time being. Until Goliath inevitably passes me again in a few corners. Especially if I can't get these braking zones right. Completely cannot take that corner at high speed. Got whacked by this sign. He's gonna overtake me. I'm just gonna let him go by. I don't want to ruin his race. Vanquish is now only 500 feet behind. He's gonna be right behind me. It's gonna make an interesting race. He's off. Maybe I can do something about it. No, not if I completely botch it up like that. The Vanquish guy, he's gonna try to get it past. But no, not quite. Just barely couldn't get past me. I won the full circuit of Top Gear. Oh, that's gonna be a disaster because it's a figure 8 circuit. I need that in my life. We have to go on Top Gear. If we don't get on Top Gear, I'm switching hoppers. Used to be Top Gear. It's not Top Gear. Ooh. Disappointing. I'm gonna switch lobbies. Let's do... Which one was it? Street Muscle or Historic Road Racing? I was actually good at. I think I was good at both of them. I'll do this one. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. I don't even know why they're two separate categories. Like, the cars seem to be the same in terms of type of car. Oh, nice. Full circuit of Prague. Oh, I can't remove traction control. I ran out of time. This put me in too late. But that's alright. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. I want traction control off. Should probably tune this car up slightly. Get the PI up a couple points, because I can. Oh god, what's happening behind? That does not look healthy. Got a flying car that was also spazzing out. Alright, we start fairly close to the back. Some very significant lag happening over there. And we stuck in the inside. Gonna get squished. I'm gonna take him out. I'm sorry. I had nowhere to go. Nothing I could have done about that. Up into 5th. Gotta adjust to driving these heavy muscle cars. They're not quite like the Indy cars, believe it or not. Might be able to get 4th in this corner. It's a bit of contact. Doing a bit of the old Jeff Gordon. Haven't quite gotten the pass done yet. Uh-oh. That's not gone well, nor has that. Well, at least when we finish spinning, we're heading the right way around. That actually did not put me back that far. So it could have been worse. They struggled through those medium speed corners. You don't really need to brake nearly as much as the racing line suggests there. Although you should brake a little bit more than what I did. Space is getting a little bit ahead now. I do not have a good line of entry for this corner. I'll go a bit wide, but alright. That guy still has not moved. Well done him. We are fast approaching 5th place. Oh, what is my line through that corner? That was horrible. Bonk. He's at the wall. That's an easy pass. And I've got 4th up ahead. Again, this is a familiar sight. Although I'm not quite up as far as I was last corner. No way I'm going to be able to make a mad dive into the inside. He's way too far ahead. Maybe such a thing will be possible this corner. Probably not. He's gone wide. He's at the wall. I've also gone wide, but not quite as wide as he has. Gaining on him continuously. Should be able to get some sort of pass attempt in the next couple corners. He's gone wide again. I'm gonna get... Oh, it's 3 wide through this corner. I was gonna say I was gonna get bumped, but it didn't happen. I've now lost a position for all of that. I've ended up in the back of the pack. Let's try to work our way to the front. We don't have very many corners left to do it though. It's a bit of a concern. I don't know if these guys are going to break here, so it could end badly if they do. Didn't hit him. I'm sorry. Knocked him wide. I do get the pass done rather dirtily. Below You Too Slow, though, has gotten ahead of both of us rather convincingly. He will take 4th, but it's a 5th place for myself. Noticing that 5th places seem to be fairly common. I don't think I've done much Sebring. It's not a track I typically like, but I will vote for it because I've done a lot of Suzuka and not a lot of Sebring. Exactly 0 people at a clean lap at any point in the race. I find it kind of weird that the car collector levels only have colors up to level 5, even though it goes up to like level 40. Like, you'll get through the colored levels fairly quickly. Why not repeat the colors? I'm not sure I understand the artistic decision behind that one. I bought a Guardian amiibo the other day at GameStop because I saw it there and I was like, you know what, I think I'll buy this, and so I bought it. I haven't opened it up yet, but I will. What amiibo? A Guardian amiibo from Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's the really big one that costs more than the others. Apparently they just got restocked. So I was like, yeah, I might as well. I'll add it to my collection of 70-some amiibos. I'm not making that number up. Don't let it shoot me. I'll try not to. It's still secured in its box. Kind of like looking at it in its box because it's a big box. But I'll open it up eventually like I do with all my amiibos. But usually, or sometimes I'll let them sit in their boxes for a few days first to admire their boxiness. Waiting for cars, that might say. I don't know, it flickers so much. I don't know if you can tell that on your end. It would depend on the frame rate of the stream. Or how accurately the frame rate is being portrayed on the stream compared to how it is in the game. So we start 5th on the grid, get up to 4th, get a bit of push. And hopefully we don't get rammed in the corner for this overcast race in Suzuka. No first corner mishaps. No second corner mishaps. Very hard to pass anyone on these S's. This guy, he might do it on me. Can I do it back on him? Get him on the inside. We're too wide going into here, which is not really what you want. I think I got it back. Bit of contact, but it worked. This guy is going wide slightly. Not off the track though. We played a bit safe there because it is a damp track, I think. Top 5, there's been no major collisions anywhere in the top 5. It's been an impressively clean race so far. Although I'm kind of losing them ever so slightly. Widen that corner is not going to help. Guess I can try to go full throttle through this corner. I forget what it's called. Is this 130R? Might be. Oh, I've gone way too wide. Yeah, I overdid it. Pressed my luck a bit too far. Now I've got to try to get past these guys in the next lap. You spent all day watching WWE 2K18. I was going to ask how can you watch a video game, but then I realized Twitch exists. That was a very dumb question to ask. Wrestling's a dumb sport. And I don't mean that in a way... Like, I'm not implying that wrestling is bad when I say that. I'm implying that it's silly. Silly in a potentially good way. Although I've never really kept up with it or followed it. Sorry. Oops. That's kind of my fault, but whatever. I'm bad at gaining positions cleanly, as you can maybe tell. If I was feeling kind, I would have let him pass, but I was worried I was going to get passed if I did that by another guy, so I didn't. Also, I feel like a bump of that degree shouldn't have caused him to go off the track to the extent that it did. Yeah, all the sports games come out a year early, except F1. They come out the correct year. And I think MLB The Show comes out the correct year. I think that's it. Well, those are both relatively early releases in terms of video games. They don't make Tiger Woods games yearly anymore. Or I guess I should say EA Sports golf games, because the last one was Rory McIlroy instead of Tiger Woods. Apparently it was not good. And they haven't made one since then. I don't know if they're working on another one or if that series is dead. Which is a shame, because the games from like 04, 05 are fantastic. Some of the best golf games ever made. And yet another 5th place. That seems to be a common finishing position for me today. I don't like either of those. Actually, are still a surprisingly large number of people at level 5 or below. There isn't enough violence in golf for people to play it. I suppose it is a fairly niche game. That's why you don't see very many tennis games anymore either. You know, it's gotta be all about football and hitting people. You don't really hit people in basketball. I guess you can push them. And let other people know that Mama said knock you out. And people like hockey. Hockey's a violent sport. Did the game freeze? I pressed A. I probably should not have pressed A. I think it's soft locked. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just gonna put that there. Nice. Professional stream layout. I wonder if Tim is going to stream tonight. He suggested in stereo tone earlier that might be a possibility. But it's certainly not guaranteed. Man, the early mid-2000s, EA was making sports games for everything. Like, if a sport existed, There is an EA Sports game for it. They had the college football and college basketball games. They had EA Sports Rugby. They had, was it NFL Head Coach, a manager game. They had F1 games. They had boxing. I guess, do they still do boxing games? I don't know. Well, at one point they did. Let's do the other muscle car hopper. For some reason there are 2 muscle car hoppers. I think they did have a cricket. I think they did have a cricket game. It might have been Europe only. There are some soccer games in Europe. I guess it would be football games over there. I think for a couple years they made like a different game for each of the top like 24 teams. So like if you wanted to play as every team, you had to buy the game 24 times. I forget what it's called, but it was a real thing. They did it for like 2 years. And so if you're collecting for like the PS2 or something and you want to get every game, you have to buy like 50 different football games that are all the same game. It's pretty fun. What cars do I have besides this one? I have this one I don't really care for. Can I buy a car? Can I buy a cool car? That's a cool car. This one here. This is also a cool car. That one as well. I thought there were 22 cars for me to buy. This does not seem like 22 cars. Whatever. I will stick with my Mercury Cougar. See you, Chickenfoot. Thanks for stopping by. My phone buzzed earlier. Why? There is literally no reason for it to have buzzed. It was no notifications. Except, I guess the weather is a notification. I don't know why it did that, because it never does that. But it's going to be 17 degrees cooler tomorrow than it was today. Is it really only going to be 64? We're going straight from late summer to early winter. No fall in between. It's going to rain all day. Or at least tonight. Maybe it will rain all day. No, it will stop at like 11 a.m. And the temperature will fail to rise very much. It's like bread when you haven't put enough yeast into it. Flour? I'm not good at food stuff. But I know that if you don't forget to put a certain ingredient in bread, it won't rise. I just don't know which ingredient that is. Oh, Vine Sauce is doing a getting over it race. Kinda wanted to see that, I forgot about that. Oh well. There's always the VOD. Or I could just stop streaming right now. Ha! I won't do that. But maybe I will soon. I don't know. This is kind of just a short impromptu stream because I felt like I had to stream something because I haven't streamed in like a week and a half. I'll stream something with more substance soon, I promise. My phone buzzed again. Oh, so tell me that Vine Sauce just went live. Great. I was already talking about that, wasn't I? Let's go. Let us drive the automobile. How many people are we? Do we have this race? Not many. 13. I'm in 9th. I'm in prime getting crashed into in the first corner position. Alright, getting pushed to the right already. He's gonna try to not let me through. I'm gonna... Oh dear. I'm actually gonna come out of that alright. Since I completely messed up the gears. He's gonna tap me. I'm not gonna try to go for the inside there. So it's just gonna end badly for all of us. And this guy manages to find a whole lot more traction than I do. And he gets himself into 4th place. There's an accident on the corner. This guy is gonna fall all the way down to like 5th, I think. I'm gonna try to get it past this guy up to 3rd. That's 2 guys in 1 corner. And can we get a 3rd in 2 corners? Push him out wide. That was kind of mean of me. I don't think there was much contact there, if any. And now we head towards the leader. I have no idea if I have any chance of catching this guy, but I will try. I suspect he's going to get away fairly cleanly here. He does seem to be getting away. So first is getting away from me, I'm getting away from 3rd. This could be a rather uneventful race. Oh man, there's been an accident in that first corner. You can tell it by the mini-map. And the fact that I'm now miles away from 3rd. Actually, it's literally incorrect. But, you know what I mean. Kind of first place is out there, then I'm out here, and then you have the other guys back there. Looks like I think 3rd and 4th are right next to each other, but they might be breaking away from the rest of the pack ever so slightly. Tough Panda 12 is not tough enough to handle this race. I think I've only won a single race so far in this game. Oh god, what is that guy doing over there? Oh, did it break? Oh, the connection died. That's a shame. RIP. I'll do a supercar event. Oh, I think we're gonna switch lobbies. This is not many people, and it's a lot of laps left. I've been told that the F50 is the best car for this lobby. 700,000. Maybe I'll just drive not the best car. Like this car. It's almost an F50, but it's not quite. I also won a different lobby. But, as I was saying, I've only won a single race so far. It's a far cry from Horizon 3, where I think my win rate was like over 50% or something ridiculous like that. I was just like really good at that game. I think this might be the only lobby in there, so let's do a different hopper like this one. I don't know, I was just really good at Horizon 3. Like, I had particular cars that if I used them, I would just, like, win every race. And I don't understand why. Oh, I just missed out on this one. It's 10 laps on top here. And it's at lap 0. Or I guess it would be lap 1 if there's 0 complete. Can we get a different lobby, or is this the only one? That's the only one. Great. We can try modern hot hatch. We can drive some hatches of the hot variety. Again, none of these lobbies are finished. None of these lobbies have races that are almost finished. Endurance, I'd probably never be able to finish a race because the game would crash. This I cannot get into because the game always crashes. This I tried it, I just would not start the race. Like, I would be in the lobby, but the race would not. The race would start without me, which was strange. I'll try historic road racing again, I suppose, then. It might just be the same lobby as before. Looks like it. I don't recognize any of the names, but very well could be. I am particularly not fond of this circuit. Too many long straights, followed by 90-degree corners. There's too many 90-degree corners in general. The Aspen Arena has the same issue. Start second, which is a nice position. This guy's pulling ahead already. Maybe he has manual with clutch enabled, which supposedly lets you go faster. I just have manual. Oh dear, we're gonna get collected. I'm gonna try to undercut, and it worked fairly beautifully. Just ignore the fact that I knocked him down to last place by pushing him off the road. Don't worry, tis but a scratch for him. He's gonna push me off wide. Try to undercut him, and that worked very beautifully. No contact there. These guys are battling it out. I'm gonna hopefully let them take each other out here. And that would promote me to the lead. I don't like my position here. Actually, I do like this. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, now it's Bleak Raccoon who's gonna be battling me for the lead. Gotta be careful here because this is the alternate layout, so you don't go straight here. You have a corner that you have to deal with. And he has bumped me on the corner. I kind of expected that, to be honest. And oh, I did not expect that. Oh dear! It's just madness. I think every single person got involved in that. Wow. There was not a single person who was not involved in that collision. I managed to maintain my lead though, so I suppose that's nice. This guy gonna try to take me out? No, he's braked appropriately. This has been a highly entertaining race so far, for only 7 people. Got more entertainment out of this than you do out of most 24-person races. Well, I shouldn't say most, I should say a lot. Seems like... Oh dear, that was not nice of the purple car. Not nice at all. It seems like I do have the fastest pace here out of anyone. Although maybe that's just because everyone else has been knocked off the track more than I am. Hard to tell, really. I suppose the second lap will be a fairly decent indicator if people start spreading out a bit more. Compare their lap times for this lap. I might even be able to knock in a clean lap. Well, that is provided by me not making a dumb mistake. Okay, that kind of safe. Don't really need to brake there at all, just let off the gas a little bit. Yeah, I'm pulling away from second, which is surprising. Especially when I'm taking corners like that. The problem with streaming a game like this online is that there'll be moments of very entertaining content immediately followed by 5 minutes of fairly boring content like this. Like, at this point I'm just doing a time trial, which is not particularly exciting. But you do have those ridiculous moments where everyone crashes into each other. Like literally every single person got involved in this crash. And I'm gonna get win number 2 online. It seems ran at fairly small lobby, and I started second, but it does seem like I have won on genuine pace. I think I might save this replay. Apparently there are issues with replay saving. VIR, Virginia International Raceway. I'll choose this one because I don't want to choose that one. It's literally the same circuit. VAR is like one of the most technical tracks in the game. I'm not very good at it. It's also the closest track to me in real life that's in this game. Because I'm also in Virginia. If you did not know, but I feel like you've probably known. Maybe I should commentate some of the other replays I've saved, and by some of the other replays I mean all 2 of them. I got 8,000 credits for winning. That's not a lot! Not a lot of credits for winning, I'm gonna be honest. VIR has won, as I expected. No one wants the same track twice. So this form of the track, it's kind of like 2 tracks connected to each other. It's slightly bizarre. But it also has an excellent track length. I think it has the best track length of any track in the game. Because haha, that's a funny number. I'm looking forward to everyone getting involved in a crash again. That's a nice clip art of racing. By the way, I would like to remind everyone watching the stream that if a driver makes a mistake on the road, then you should aggressively make them regret it. That's according to a question on a driver's license test. Someone posted in the chat. I start on pole. I'm not going to stay on pole for very long. That guy got a good start. It's a night race, so that'll be interesting. People not being able to see the road. I bopped him. Try to find a way past. I don't expect to win this race because I'm really bad at this track. Bopped him again. He did not need to slow down as much as he did, to be fair. This guy's going to try to get by. I'm not going to allow it. There's no way of passing the outside. It's going to work there. I'm just going to get somewhat shafted. Uh-oh. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen, and I braked to avoid it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh dear, I pushed him into the barrier. I didn't see the barrier there. That is a great emote, Cathedral. What channel is it from? I'm curious. Cars are going well. I'm winning. I'm like 600 feet ahead. There must have been a big crash behind me that everyone got involved in. Is Tim? Oh, he made a new emote? Oh, that's fantastic. I love that emote. Did he make that today? Since I've started streaming. Oh, don't hit the wall. I'm gonna hit the wall. Okay, of all the ways to hit the wall, it was probably the best. On stream, apparently. And I had to miss a good stereotone stream so I could stream cars for all of one people to watch. Well, it's really two people, I suppose. Arguably three. So I suppose it makes it worthwhile. I'm amazed I'm winning this so convincingly. Just continuing to pull away from these guys. Like, I'm almost half a mile ahead. After like 2/3 of a lap. Oh, I hit the wall. It's very hard to see the barriers in the night. Okay, now I'm ahead by like 1/5 of a mile. I think because that straightaway, it magnifies the distance ahead. So if you're 2,000 feet ahead at one part of the track, you might be 1,000 feet ahead at another part of the track, but that doesn't mean you've lost half the distance. I'm trying to think of other emotes Tim should make related to Windows 98. What other good icons are there? There's the page not found one from Internet Explorer. There's the recycle bin, which is pretty great. I guess you could include Clippy there. I'm trying to think of other memorable icons. I feel like those might be the most memorable. I'm also thinking maybe switching up some of my emotes. My actual Twitch emotes. Just making a QR emote. Oh, that's a good idea. That's actually pretty genius, really. I wonder... Oh, I've done it again. Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Just bounce off it like you did last time. Yeah, that's the intentional racing line through that corner. I'm not lying. I wonder what website the QR code's gonna go to. I find it kind of amazing how impressively poorly QR codes have taken off in the mainstream. Like, they exist, but they don't really exist. Like, no phone company has made a way to just scan QR codes by default. You always have to download some weird third-party app to do it, which I find kind of amazing that like neither Apple nor Google has ever just made a first-party QR code reader. Like, you open up the camera, you point it at a QR code, and then it automatically goes to the website. You would think that would exist by now, but it doesn't. I feel like that's all that would need to happen for QR codes to become really mainstream, but they haven't. And at this point, it's probably just going to be like you touch your phone on the thing and then use this near-field communication to communicate the website or something. When again, 2 in a row. Both of these are amazing tracks. I'm gonna vote for Long Beach because that is absolutely ridiculous as a track. It is so ridiculously short. My best lap was 2 seconds faster than anyone. And yet I won by 20 seconds. I think I avoided some of the collisions in the back. I don't think I got hit at all. In terms of being hit badly. Now everyone gets to look at my car that does not have a particularly interesting decal design. Which track's it gonna be? Dubai or the other one? Can't think of the name. Long Beach. It's Long Beach. I wonder if they've measured the beach before, how long it actually is. Like, what is it long in comparison to? Maybe it should actually be called Short Beach or Medium Length Beach. Decently distant beach. You know, for a track called Long Beach, it's a very short track. Although granted, it's only a small portion of the full track. It's also owned by Toyota, or they sponsor it at least. Toyota, of course, does not have any production vehicles in this game for some arbitrary reason. But they do in Gran Turismo Sport. I kind of want GT Sport, but I'd have to buy a PS4. You know, I should really just buy a PS4 because I've kind of wanted one for like the past year, but also kind of wanted a PSP for the past year inexplicably. Back soon after the local game store opened up, and I started getting into a phase of just buying tons of old games from my Xbox PS2 era, and I kind of wanted a PSP so I could play those. We start on pole again. I'm gonna have to immediately go to the right to block this guy off. That worked beautifully. Oh, there's already some crashes behind me. I can't take a look because I've got to focus on making this corner here. I don't think I'm ever going to get out of second gear here. Not the best line. Yep. We'll never need to go beyond second gear in this track. This first gear for this corner, which I've taken kind of poorly. I did not need to shift down there. No time to rest. You've got to turn right the entire race. So anyone familiar with NASCAR would have a hard time. This track's all right turns. I don't know why I made that joke, because it's not even funny. Because they have tracks where they drive right. For some of them, the road courses. Road courses are not all left turns. If they were all left turns, then it would be difficult for them to be road courses. I mean, I suppose you could make a road course with all left turns. It wouldn't necessarily be a particularly exciting road course. So you can kind of just do this entire track in second gear. It seems to be about the best way of doing it. And just not doing anything stupid and I might be able to do the entire race, 100% of it in first place. That would be pretty cool. Never lose the lead. Lead every lap. However, we've got these back markers coming up, and they could prove troublesome. The guy's fishtailing all around. Gotta struggle to get around him. This guy's going wide. I don't want to hit him. He braked way too early. I can get by him easily. No collisions there with the first set of back markers. We've got another set coming up. Hopefully they don't cause too much trouble. I have a feeling they will, though. First of all, he ruins my racing line. Tries to squeeze me, but doesn't really. He didn't really try to squeeze me. Fifth place here seems to have some sort of pace. Not necessarily as much as mine, but it's not crawling through the track like the other guys were. I get through on the outside. I don't think he sees me. Uh-oh. Why did I even try to do that? Why did I even try? I knew that was not going to work. And now we've lost the lead because of it. I knew there was no way he was going to see me. And yeah, I did the dumb move anyway. Markley, 454 will win. I'll finish second, third, and fourth close behind. The fifth place is way out there. A great race, except I made one dumb mistake. Our best laps for second, fourth, all very similar. Just got squished. If I hadn't gotten squished, I would have won. But I got squished, and I didn't win. His Bowser mobile. It's a nice design. I like it. What track won? It's probably not the one I voted for. What's Tim streaming? Do I want to watch it? Well, I also want to watch the Getting Over It race. There's a lot of good streams tonight. Mine is not one. Oh, my track did win. Can you hear Tim? Doesn't look like he's doing anything particularly exciting at this particular moment in time, but maybe that's only because I've seen like 15 seconds of the stream, so I don't know the entire context of it. Hey, look, it's another race. This one should be interesting. I like this track. It's a fast flowing track, and I am particularly fond of fast-flowing tracks. It's now 19 drivers, so a lot of drivers now. Might be difficult to win or to have a podium. Really, a lot of it depends on where I qualify, or where I am randomly assigned on the grid, I should say, because there is no qualifying in this game. I think after this race I'm going to stop streaming. It's a short stream, but it is a stream. Maybe it's a flamingo in some alternate universe. Everything's exactly the stream. Everything's exactly the same, except streams are called flamingos. Somehow I doubt that's the case. We are placed third on the grid. Have a string of strong positions. I don't know if maybe it's not entirely random and it's somewhat based on your finishing position from previously. Maybe it puts you in that same part of the grid. I'm gonna pass this guy. I have no idea where this corner is going. There's another track that's exactly the same as this one, except this corner doesn't exist, which is why it's throwing me off. He's gone very wide, and so is he. Not quite as wide. I can't get the lead, but I can get right up behind him. I'm gonna brake a little bit, just for safety's sake. I braked a bit too much there. It's gonna put me on a weird line for this corner. Man, I bought some Ritz toasted chips the other day, and I really want to eat some. The sour cream and onion kind, those are great. So are the cheddar cheese ones. They're just great in general. Some Bowser up ahead. It's pulling away slightly. You need to rein him in. Oh, he's really lagging through that corner. He's really lagging in general. And he's gone wide. That will help us overtake him with no problem. Assuming we can get through this corner, and we can. With a help of tap on the back from him. Oh, I should be braking here. Actually, that was a very nice corner. Surprisingly good. He's going to try to tap us again. I'm going to play defensively. Of the inside line there. And now we don't have to brake as much here. We don't have to anticipate anyone in front of us braking. Get some tires for good luck. This guy's right behind me. He's a bit sloppy through that set of corners. Keep it inside. He's going to try to pass on the outside. And you're side by side. He's going to have it across the line. Me by a few feet. There's still 2 laps to go, so I think he's going to go wide again. I mean, he's going to get it. He's going to get that lead. And I'm going to have to find a way around him again. Maybe through this corner? I've gone very narrow, but it's not good enough. You know, good speed through the corner. Are we doing undercut here? Nope. Had to brake to avoid running into him. But I'm right on this guy's tail. Third place is not too far behind. If we screw up and hit each other, we could very well take that lead. He's taking a similar line as me through that corner. Uh-oh, he's gone very wide. I have two. And I kind of ran straight into him, but I will take the lead rather dirtily. If I scrape the inside wall, that's not going to help my speed. Coming up to this straightaway. 1 lap to go. Third place is caught right up. It's a nice three-way battle for the lead. Uh-oh, now I've gone wide. Uh-oh. Tires are not helping. He's taking the lead yet again. He's gonna hit the wall. I can't take advantage though, because my line wasn't great either. There's a collision. It works in my favor. Although he has the inside line, now he's gonna collide with me. So we try to take it. And he could have gotten an undercut there, but he hit me from behind instead. I will take that bump. Try to go full throttle there. Nice. Play it fairly safe there. Hit the inside wall. That's not good. Now we're wide. I think Marky is as well, though. So that'll help us. Oh, Marky fell behind to third. It's Rogue Stewart up to second. Who actually might be able to make the pass. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Who's gonna get it? Wow, that was super close across the line. That was like 1 foot. That was a ridiculous finish. Look at the time. 4 thousandths of a second I won that by. Wow, I'm saving that replay for sure. That made me kind of want to do another race. That was a fantastic race. Like, photo finish if I've ever seen one. Nice. Is it just me, or is there something about that recycling bin emote that looks slightly off-center? Like, I remember it being thicker on the bottom, but maybe it's just me. It seems like this hopper I'm better at than the others. I'm actually kind of winning races here fairly consistently. And that's been helped by starting near the front fairly consistently. I think if I was towards the back, I'd probably end up in a big crash and it'd be like 4th or 5th. Probably 5th. That seems to be where I finish a lot. Hey look, I can become a knight. I'm sure driving a car in this outfit is no problem at all. I'm sure the suit of armor is not going to get in the way at all of driving a car as fast as possible. Let's see if we can make it 4 for 5. Somehow I doubt it. I think 3 wins in the last 4 races was a fluke. I'm beginning to think there's too much going on in my stream layout. We've got Clip Art Bot, Taco Tom holding a bit cup, the chat, an indicator of the number of times the games has crashed, a sub goal, a stream boss, and there's the follow alert thing that appears when someone follows, which is never. I've been thinking of doing it for a long time, actually, simplifying the layout, making the game full screen, because that seems like the thing to do these days. It used to be that, you know, having this full screen layout was really cool. You know, and some people still do it, but it seems like for the most part, the thing you do... Wait, why is it 4 out of 5 laps complete? Why'd I get shoved into another lobby? Wait, oh, it broke. It does this sometimes. Where it's like, it puts you in the lobby, but it forgets to start the race with you. So, I guess it will not be 4 out of 5, because I can't do another race. Whoops. Well, I said the stream would end anyway, so I guess I'll actually end the stream. Thanks for watching if you did. I will stream either tomorrow or the day after. I promise, as much as I possibly can promise in terms of doing streams, that one of those days will have a stream. And it'll be a good one with preparation. It won't just be, hey, here's this random game that not very many people are interested in, which is what this was and what I knew it would be. But thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Go watch Stereotone or Vine Sauce, whichever one you want to. It doesn't matter to me. I'll host Stereotone, because why not? It's emote making or maybe other things. I don't know. Bye.